Okay, in this video we're going to talk about how to divide polynomials. So before we get to that, let's try to remember some things about integer division. So when we're dividing things, the original thing is called the dividend. The thing we're dividing by is called the divisor, and the result is called the quotient. So here we have 54 divided by 6. So you ask yourself, how many times does 6 go into 54? And it happens to be 9 times. And you can always check by multiplying the quotient times the divisor. All right, so 9 times 6 gives me back 54. Okay, so that's what happens when you can divide evenly, but what happens when you can't divide evenly? So let's remember how to do long division. So here we have a big number divided by 6. So what is the process? Right, so you take a few digits at a time. So first we look at the 32. How many times does 6 go into 32? So it can go in 5 times. And then we, whatever we write down, we have to multiply. Right, so 5 times 6 gives us 30. And then we take that result and when we subtract. Okay, so we have to subtract 32 minus 30, which gives us 2. Then we bring down the 7. So the new number is 27. And then we repeat the process. Right, so 6, how many times does 6 go into 27? Well, that's 4 times. So 4 times, then we multiply again. 4 times 6 gives us 24. We subtract again. The result is 3. Because there's nothing left to bring down, we finish here. And then the number that's left over is called the remainder. Okay, so we get the result 54, remainder 3. So we can check again in the following way. So take the quotient, multiply the divisor, and add the remainder. So we do that. 54 times 6 plus 3. So what is this? 54 times 6 is 324. And then plus 3, which is 327, which is the thing that we started out with. So this is correct. Okay, so that's how we do long division. Okay, so now let's get to dividing polynomials. So the first kind of way we're going to divide is when the divisor has a single term. Right, so this is important because this method only works when the divisor has a single term, like this. Right, so there's a single thing in the denominator on the bottom. Okay, so the method we do is just to distribute the denominator, right? So the single term is divided into each of the terms on the top. Right, so I've already written it out here, and now we divide each of them one by one. So how do we divide? Well, the coefficients you divide, and the rule for exponents is you subtract. Right, so we do that for each of these. So 27 divided by 9 is 3. Then we subtract the exponents. So we get x to the 5th. Do the same thing here. 36 divided by 9 is 4. Subtract the exponents. 5 minus 3 is 2. 18 divided by 9 is 2. The exponents here. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then this is a fraction 3/9, which reduces to 1/3. And if you subtract the exponents here, so you can see now the exponent on the bottom is bigger. So 2 minus 3 gives me -1. So we get x to the negative 1. And if you remember, if you have a negative exponent, you can rewrite by putting it in the denominator. So another way to write this is 3x to the 5th minus 4x squared plus 2x minus 1 over 3x, where this x now goes into the bottom. So either way is okay. Okay, so sometimes it's better to write it in the first way, or sometimes it's better to write it in the second way.